All right, I wanted to make this quick video on how to set up the Pipsurfer Ea. The Pipsurfer Ea is going to have a very, very great, easy application when it comes to setting it up. You're not going to have to worry about calibrating a bunch of different settings, even though it does have a lot of customization options. We have built-in settings in place that you can choose just based off of the type of Forex pair that you're trading. So to set it up, obviously, you're going to have to log into your MQ5 account. If you purchased Pipsurfer, you already have it. If you haven't purchased Pipsurfer, you're trying to get the Pipsurfer Ea or the indicator, there's another video that shows you how to purchase any one of the Pipsurfer products. In this video, we're going to focus on setting it up. So you would have logged into your MQ5, and then it would be listed under Expert Advisors and Market. So skipping to putting it on the chart, you would drag and drop it to the chart. And there's really only 3 settings you really have to worry about when it comes to the Pipsurfer Ea. So the first one is going to be which trading strategy you're going to enter with. Trading strategy 2, 1+2, or just 1. 1 is the default trading strategy. That's what we're going to be starting off with. And the second one will be the template loader. So this is what I was talking about as far as having automated settings through Pipsurfer. So for custom, what custom does is allows you to change and it'll pay attention to these specific numbers, as far as the stochastic, take profit, range multiplier, lot multiplier, and the trailing stop losses and break-even settings. So that's what you'll be able to do with custom. But I've set it to where you don't have to go about adjusting each particular setting. You can just choose it by the tier of Forex pair. Tier 1 being low volatility Forex pairs, Tier 2 being medium volatility Forex pairs, and Tier 3 being high volatility Forex pairs. And I'll have a list for you, and I'll show you in just a second what that looks like. The other setting is whether you want to have a fixed lot size, where we're just going based off of this amount, or you can also have an automated lot size where it'll automatically calculate the first lot based off of your account. So what this means is balance per 0.01. So what that means is for every 1,800 in account size, what it'll do is it'll do a 0.01 for your starting lot size. So for example, if you got to 3,600 or started out with 3,600, you would the EA would start out with a 0.02. So you can also adjust this as well. Say if you want to have a higher risk setting, you can do 0.01 for every 1,000, or if you want to be more conservative, you can do 0.01 for every 2,500. And that's something that you can adjust yourself, but the default is 1,800. And then the last setting is the max active symbols at one time. So what this means is how many trades is it going to allow itself to get into. So with this, say if you want to trade a max of 4 pairs, then that's why you would put 4. If you want to trade a max of 7 pairs at one time, then you would put 7. Some bonus settings that you can adjust just based off of the way you like to do things. These are not things that you really have to mess with for it to be successful, but just some things just based off of your preference. And that's going to be the drawdown threshold and the correlation filter, because a lot of times you want to kind of limit how many pairs you're correlated. Drawdown notification is very simple. It's just if you want to be notified when your account runs into some drawdown. But going back to the correlation filter, all it is just going to, if there's, say you're trading AUD JPY, AUD USD, and AUD CAD. Those are 3 Australian dollar pairs. Then there's a 4th pair, AUD CHF, that's also correlated, that triggers a trade. If you have max 3 correlated symbols trading at one time, then it's not going to open that AUD-CHF trade. So that way you can mitigate your risk better. So when you're trading, when you're looking at different trades, it's going to keep it balanced across the Forex spectrum of different currencies, just so you can put yourselves in the best scenarios to win. So that's basically all you really have to really worry about. The last thing as far as preference is if you wanted to trade on all days, or if you want to X out Sunday and maybe Friday, or even if you want to be really conservative, X out Sunday, Monday, and Friday as far as opening new trades. And that's what it's going to do. If there's a trade that's triggered on one of these days and it's based off of Eastern Standard Time, there's a trade that's triggered and it's a false, like say on Friday, it's not going to open any triggered trades on Friday for new trading currencies. So if there's a currency that is not being currently traded and it triggers a trade, it's going to block that. And then we have like the news filters. So to recap, the main settings is just going to be your entry settings, your template loader as far as the calibration, the lot size, what starting lot size you're going to do, and the max active symbols at one time. So those are the 4 things. So you'll just place it, and the last thing you want to do is go to here, make sure allow the imports is turned on and allow live trading. Then you'll push OK. So Pipsurfer will automatically come up. It'll show you just a little bit of the dashboard. So a little bit of quick trigger settings that you could place. You can pause it to pause this particular pair where it won't open any new trades on the pair. Or if you want to close out of your positions, you can hit close buy if you're in some buy trades, or hit close sell if you're in selling trades. So very simple. The last thing is if you want to set up notifications where you get notifications when it's happening, you could literally just hit enable push notifications, and the MetaQuotes ID will be either in your settings on mql5.com under profile, like when you log in, or if you go to your MetaTrader on your phone, what you'll want to look for is go to chat and messages, and then you'll see it beneath all the threads, the message threads, and you'll see your MetaQuotes ID. And I'll make another video to explain exactly how that works. But that's the entire process of setting up Pipsurfer. But the actual setup, actually what you saw, is very simple. You just choose your strategy, choose your tier setting, and choose your starting lot size. And then you go about doing it. The last thing you want to make sure is that your auto trading is turned on. You want to have auto trading on here, and you want to have auto trading on the settings. You can also click on here to open up the settings. But that's how you set up Pipsurfer. So make sure you set it up correctly, follow the rules, and going into just the tiered settings and going into just what pairs to put on what tiers, we have a whole list set up for you. So the Pipsurfer trading recommendations will show you, okay, which pairs are tier 1 pairs, which pairs are tier 2 pairs, which pairs are tier 3 pairs. How much of a starting lot size you're going to have based off your account. That's what you want to make sure you have access to, because you don't want to, overdo your account or trade a Forex pair on the wrong tier setting. Tested each Forex pair based off of their volatility and calibrated, good settings for those volatility levels. And this is what we have for making it simple for people to get started trading with Pipsurfer. But for example, let's say you have a $2,000 account. You're a moderate risk trader. So you would do a $2,000 account, and this doesn't mean open 7 pairs. You can open as many Forex pairs that you like. What this means is if we go back to our settings, is allowing, for example, allowing 7 max active symbols at the same time. So if you want to do that, you would have a 0.01, you would change it to 7 and keep going as far as opening up the different pairs that you want to open up. But out of all of the pairs that you have open on your charts, it's going to open a maximum of 7 trades when a trade is triggered. So that'll give you just more open spots to maybe be in some more opportunities. Say if you have a $5,000 account, you're conservative, you would have 8 pairs at 0.01. So you would change the max pairs open at the same time to 8, and then your starting lot size would be 0.01. So this is just a recommendations list so it can give you a rubric of what to follow, what's a baseline. And then as you get more comfortable and used to trading with Pipsurfer, maybe you have some settings of your own where you can put into the custom settings or your custom risk settings. So that's how you set up Pipsurfer. That's the ideology behind it. And with this, I'm really excited that you'll have a software that you'll have fun using and be able to be consistent for you. So this is how you set up Pipsurfer, and I'll see you at the next video.